Okay, boxes part 3. All right, now we've already gone through how to, save out your boxes and save out any of the other elements that you want to, add in your box. Now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go through the particulars about tables and divs and a little bit more of, how they work and stuff like that. So we have already dropped our basic layout for our page box. Now let's go ahead and let's start playing around with some of these tables and divs. Okay. So click on your div, and this is the second choice in terms of tables and divs right here. Just take a look. Okay. Now, again, the interior stuff lines up straight to the right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start laying out for this box right here. So let's pull some of this stuff out of this particular box. Okay, we're going to bring this down to about here. Okay. In fact, let's go ahead and take this guy right here and put it into a table so we can have some better controls. Just for this particular layout. Okay. Delete the information inside. Done. Let's grab this outer and then drop it on the interior. Okay, so now that's now at the bottom of everything. And we're going to make this box about the size of the one down below. All right, great. Now let's start dragging some interior stuff inside. Okay, so now that's inside. We can make this a little bit wider. And the way I'm telling the difference between the box types is simply by knowing how the text is going to align with that particular box. So in this case, let's go ahead and start typing. Now let's go ahead and drop some text in. Okay. So now we see the controls that the text will have along with this box. So this will actually help us align text as well as pictures. We can push text and we can also push pictures with this box. So let's go ahead and delete our text here because we don't need it. Okay. We see now that we have this particular portion, and we're going to line up everything that's going to be according to this in terms of the global, the photo, as well as the text. So let's go ahead and add a 144 by 1, and that's easy. If it doesn't drop in the table or the div, you can drop it outside of. In this case, we're just going to drop it outside. Okay, perfect. Now we need our global class website image. So we'll go to Advanced Web Builders. Remember that was in Standard Photos. Okay, now that's back in there. And let's scroll down to what we're looking for. Okay, right there, global class websites. And we'll double click inside of our div here. Make sure we're going to drop in the right spot. Let's scroll that down. And let's drop our piece. There we go. So now that's in there. It looks very similar to this right here. Plenty of space. Okay. Now we want to drop our photo. Okay, where are we at here? Where's our lady? Okay, there we go. There's our office pic. Let's make sure we're in there. And let's drop it. Okay, great. Even if it drops a little bit squirrely, that's not a problem. You can always move it. Now, we can see at this point that everything is lining a little bit to the left. So we want to go ahead and line it down underneath this particular div. So what do? we grab one of those boxes that line up on the exterior. In this case, I'm just going to grab a brand new one. Make sure that that's set, and let's drop it. Okay, we'll just delete these guys in the interior. And let's go ahead and let's drag this and drop it inside. A lot of the features within MassUpdater works with a drag and drop, and let's drop that inside here as well. Okay, just move these things around. It's pretty easy to adjust all this. Let's put another one. Let's move this, delete this stuff, and let's see if we can give this its own hierarchy. Okay, just showing you how you can use these divs and tables, and there you go, voila. You have both of these guys right on top of each other and ready to go, and also ready to drop in your text. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and we're going to drop a another box right next to this particular box that will line up to the right. Okay, and this is to be the placeholder for your text. Now, if you notice, if you have any problems with these divs, they're pretty easy to move around and manipulate. So in this case, we can drop a div with inside of a div with inside of another div. Now we've given these guys parts so that they can now interact, and we can start dropping another one that will line up right alongside of it that can hold the text, or it can be a spacer for more information. So here, we'll drop this, and this will be for the text. Now you see how that worked? We can use this as a little spacer between text and image right here. Let me grab this middle guy. Okay, so we see we have it, and we can move it over, and we can move it back, and that will control the space allotted for the text that will be dropped right in here. Okay, and now we can also, drop another div, and let's again grab some of that exterior information. Okay, great, and we'll drop that in as well. Okay, now this will be a great space to add in your text at the bottom. Also, you can probably just add the text in with or without this box. Just keep you mindful of how easy MassUpdater is to manipulate. So now you have all this set up and ready for your text and the rest of your information. Let's go ahead and let's drop in the background box for this particular box, and I'm going to show you how easy that is as well. Okay, hey, let's go up to Advanced Web Builders. Okay, and let's choose your web photos, divs around anything, and we have a nice little box in here, and here it is, box with white. Remember, we uploaded all that information. Let's drop it below it. There we go, and let's make this a little smaller so we'll not have any anomalies when we drop it in there. Okay, click on it, drag it into that space, and drop. And there you have it. Now you have the basis of building a box with inside MassUpdater, and how you can control your text and images with inside that box. It's just that easy. Now let's go ahead and drop that text in, and let's see how this is going to work for all of us. Okay, so that's going to end part 3. That's your box setup.